What's up, you guys? This is an August 2025 new moon reading. This is actually a very rare new moon. Typically, in a season, we get 3 new moons. Every once in a while, we get a 4th new moon. And this is because we're not operating off of a natural calendar. That's another story for another day. But you need to know that there is a rare black moon occurring. It kicks in overnight from the 22nd going into the 23rd. So it's going to be a very powerful time Friday into Saturday. The rarity of this black moon comes because it is, again, the 3rd one, and it's going to rise and set with our sun. So it's a very aligned time. 44 showing up on the clock, 7:33 showing up on the clock. You're going to look these numbers up on a website called Joanne's Sacred Scribes. I'm not affiliated with Joanne, but her number sequences are always A1 and on point. That number is going to correlate to either something I was saying at the time, something you were experiencing at the time, something you were thinking or doing, or something taking place in your environment. And you also have the number 104. All right, so we're going to look at the overall energies for this new moon. While I was shuffling, you guys had a card come out that showed me that things are a little up in the air. Decisions need to be made, and for whatever reason, you are unable to make them right now. It could be because you're juggling too many things and you haven't stopped to concentrate. It could also be because there are other factors involved that are preventing you from actually picking a direction to go and moving with it. And this could be with anything. This could be an actual literal move. It could be a change in how you're seeing things. It could be a change in how you're executing your work, how you're doing your daily routine. It could be a change in anything. 155 on the clock signifying that change. The good thing is you are going to make a decision. It could either be that you get the information that you need, that you're missing, so that you can make that next decision, or you're going to feel confident enough to take a piece of whatever you have and actually move forward with it. So I see a lot of energy here dealing with fresh starts. So in order for us to get these type of starts, the universe has already given us something, 223 on the clock. So throughout the season, more than likely this summer, late spring going into the summer, or within the last 2 weeks, you guys have been given options and opportunities to take advantage of, and these have to do with very practical action-based things, not necessarily thinking a lot, though I do see somebody caught in their mind about, again, which way to move and how to do it, but more like action being taken to plant something that's going to bring you longevity. So the energy of this time is longevity. The seeds that you guys are planting and the actions that you should be taking should be in alignment with things that you plan to be here for the long haul. If there are things that, again, you've been trying to figure out or sort out or decide, you don't have all the information is going to be coming toward you. You're asked to be disciplined in this season, though. So over these next 2 to 4 weeks, as these things begin to unfold and develop in your life, it's highly important that you remember all the lessons that got you to this point so that you can make the best decisions with whatever it is that's coming toward you. Because once you take the action, the universe is going to meet you, 338 on the clock. And when you are met where you are with the action moving forward, it's important that you're planting properly. How they say, don't cast your pearls before swine. So just make sure that as you go forward, you are remembering all of the lessons, especially if this has to do with money, stability, creativity, projects, work life, those types of things. All right, let's see what other messages are here. I feel like that's a very short and to the point. Let's see. Let me get any extra messages. 414 on the clock. All right, so additional messages. Quite interesting stuff came out, so grab whatever part of these messages are for you and leave the rest for whoever else it is for. As you move forward, please remember who you are, okay? 433 on the clock. There is an intuitive knowing, an intuitive nudge that you have. 444 on the clock. You are being asked to stand on that. For example, like say if you're in a work dynamic, right, and you feel like you have a brilliant idea that's going to actually advance the company, but you're questioning whether or not you even are allowed 4, 5, 6 on the clock to say something like that. The answer is yes. Speak it, say it. If you feel like something can be fixed, if your intuition is telling you say speak up, then actually speak up and say something. And this looks very much so work related, because there's a lot of pentacles coming up, and whatever decision you make is going to make you look like an authority. If you don't have a job and this is you and your business, and you need to start coming across like you know what the fuck you're talking about. If this is another area of your life, you still need to keep the same energy. So if you're going up against the institution, you're trying to make sure, you know, the contract looks correct. You're trying to make sure there's justice within your family dynamic. You're trying to make sure whatever it is, your intuition is A1 on point, okay? You're not tripping, and you have a very balanced way of looking at things. You have the sun and the moon with the high priestess. So your intuition is on point and it's balanced. Now that you have that confirmation, 5, 5, 6 on the clock, go ahead and speak what you know. Doing that and staying consistent with whatever else you've been working toward is what's going to bring you this financial success and security that you're working toward. And I see a big shift and change coming that is going to have you from putting in work to finally being able to reap the fruits of your hard labor. And it's going to allow you to have more choices before you. So right now, when it comes to your money, if you have 2 options before you, go with the newer one. Whatever the newer one may be. It might not actually be a new thing. It might be a new way of doing things that's going to put you in a better position. And so allow the cycle to change. Allow yourself to completely sit in the new. We're already in the new cycle. We are in the shift. The grand shift has taken place. Now we are the shift. We're here. Once you decide to do that, whatever that thing may be that requires you to speak up your truth based off of what you know intuitively and then begin to take action, it's going to cause a disruption for other areas of your life that are necessary. So it might look like 711 on the clock, you walking away from things that you've invested into, 717 on the clock, or things walking away from you and you need to let it go. Like if you make a big decision that's out of alignment with somebody else, they might not support that, right? It might be like, nah, it ain't gonna work. You need to get out of here. I don't want to partner with you. Whatever it is, that's okay. You're protected as this cycle goes to close out, but the cycle has to close. You have you really have 3 cards here. Shout out to the kids in the background. You guys really have 3 cards here that are indicating a closeout and a walking away. You have the 8 of Cups, you have the World card, and you have the Death and the Rebirth card. So fast action is going to take place once you make this decision to move forward in your authority. And when I say fast action, I mean very fast action. You got the Chariot, you got the 4 of Swords, you got the 7 of Wands. So all of this is 808 on the clock. You moving forward in a very protective manner that's going to give you the room and opportunity to ease your mind and heal your energy and go towards something that is mutually fulfilling, whether this is love or work or friendships, whatever it is. It's going to be a mutually invested into dynamic. So you're making the right choices for yourself. Just keep going. You're going to have victory, and you are going to be having what we call a wish fulfillment. So you're going to feel like I got all the things that I needed. All of this was worth it. I'm very clear about moving forward, and I know how to get the things that I'm working toward. And then it's just a matter of accepting whatever the reality is that kept you hindered in the past cycle so that you don't bring it into the new cycle. All right. And with that being said, you guys enjoy the new moon. Peace.